question we're asked is, why should I hire you to set up action plans and automations in my CRM if I'm already utilizing a tool that uses automations to get leads involved? And I'm specifically talking about tools such as RealScout or Fello, where they have their own automation tools. RealScout calls it auto nurture. Fello calls it automation, where they are sending emails to get engagement. And I think that's a really good question. So for those who aren't familiar with RealScout or Fello or other similar tools like Ylopo, these tools have a lot of amazing features, and I'm specifically talking about the features that are sending emails to your database to prompt re-engagement. The emails that these platforms are sending emails with CTAs. So a CTA, for those who aren't familiar, stands for call to action, and that call to action is a link. And that link, most likely for the sellers, is going to be take a look at your home valuation report, or request a custom home valuation, or request a cash offer. On the buyer side, specifically, so Fello focus was more on sellers, so I'm specifically talking about for RealScout and for Ylopo. For RealScout, it will send buyers and Ylopo, buyers property listings to view properties for sale, or they have the opportunity to request more information about a property for sale and click a button. They have the opportunity to send you, the agent, a message or a question on there. There's an opportunity to request a private or a showing on there. The sellers, another option they have, I forgot to mention, is they have the opportunity to request a private showing on the Fello side. If RealScout doesn't know if the lead is a buyer or a seller, or if you want to use it anyway, you can add in another layer of nurturing called the market activity report, where it just sends a general market activity report of the area that they live in, not specific to seller content or buyer content, just general activity. And with these automated emails they're sending, the goal is to get clicks or engagement to come to the website, to say, click here, they click there, and now they're engaging with your website. And that's great, they get a click. But then what? So then what we do, or if you want to DIY it, what you do, but what we do is we would then create an automation in your CRM. So we work in two CRMs. We work in Follow Up Boss and we work in Sierra. And specifically, I believe Fello and Ylopo integrate with both. And I believe RealScout integrates with Follow Boss. Whenever a lead takes these behaviors, such as requesting a cash offer, or looking at their report for their home valuation, or looking at properties for sale, anytime one of those activities happens, because of the integrations that these platforms have with your CRM, anytime a lead takes these activities, a tag gets added to their profile in the CRM, Follow Boss or Sierra. And when that tag gets added, we then automatically start an automation. And that automation's goal is to get a response. So we send plain text emails with an open-ended reply-based question. So for your cash offer requests, we don't say the words cash offer. Unfortunately, we had to stop saying that because literally both the words cash and offer are spam trigger words. And we want your emails to not only be delivered, we want them to also show up in the primary inbox and not the spam or the promotions folder. So we say something like, I received your request for your property at 123 Main Street to discuss your options. Would it be helpful if we scheduled a call? I can't remember the exact script. And then we generate a response. And we've noticed that our automations, which we send via email plus SMS, if you use Sierra, that's automatically built in. If you use Follow Boss, then we would use a third-party texting platform to drip text. When we send open-ended plain text reply-based email and text message, that gets a very high response rate compared to a pre-templated email or text. And so our goal is to get a response. So in short, these third-party integration platforms that have these auto nurturing tools, re-engagement tools, their goal is to get a click. Our goal is to get a response and you to actually talk to the people. So that's nice to get a click and you're like, ooh, they clicked, but now what? Now what is the automation starts, but don't rely on just the automation. The automation starts immediately to try to generate a response, and our automations last anywhere from 6 months to 2 years long, depending on the type of action that happens. But then obviously you still need to pick up the phone and do the work. The automations are supplemental, but in short, these outside integrations, their goal is to get a click. Our goal is to get a response. So that is why someone would want to use both an automation in Fello Boss and the nurture capabilities of Fello, RealScout, Ylopo, the ones I'm probably forgetting to name. Use both. There is power in using both. They both have very different goals in mind to send the emails, and they're both formatted very differently. The format of the emails from these third-party integrations are those pretty templated emails with a nice button to click on. It's like very obvious they want the lead to click the button. The emails we send, it's very obvious that it's more human and conversational focused, hence why it's plain text, and we ask a question and it prompts the lead to want to respond and hit the reply button.